Guys, I believe we owe it to ourselves and future generations to make ourselves the most competent men possible. We need to become as strong as we can, in the best shape we can. We need to become dangerous men, so to speak. You've heard this term. But it's something I'm thinking more and more about lately where we need to become as skilled as possible, as proficient as possible, because the world's getting crazy. The world's not going to take care of itself. We have to start changing now. We have to start standing up for our beliefs and all these things for the sake of future generations. Like looking at my daughter, I'm like, I want things to be better, God willing, when she's growing up, as she gets older. And I don't want to leave the world, the way it is now, this mess that we're in with all the corruption and craziness and all that. And even, so really what I'm getting at is this is why I train the way I do now. I'm still training for strength. I'm still trying to be as strong as possible. I'm about 205 pounds body weight. 200 to 205 pounds body weight, depending on the day. Anywhere in that range. I'm the leanest I've ever been in my life, hands down. The best shape I've ever been in. Can pretty much run, 15 miles a day if I needed to, no problem. I'm lifting heavy. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm trying to become more skilled. I'm going to start learning more stuff as far as just how to shoot, how to defend myself, learn more like that, learn more of that stuff. I'm just trying to become as proficient as possible in all the things because you don't know what's coming. And if you even look at it like biblical prophecy, this is 2 Timothy 3:1. It says this. This is about, the final days. But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, have nothing to do with such people. So just even look at that. Does that not describe much of how the world is these days? I mean, I look at the people in charge of the world, the people in charge of this country, and a lot of the stuff that's going on, and it's completely absurd to me. It's scary how far we've fallen from decades ago even, how bad things have gotten. I mean, think about all the stuff people will do to sell their souls for money. Think about all the atrocities people will commit to get wealthier. Think about all the money laundering, all the things that are going on, all the craziness. Think about the corruption where a lot of times problems in our own country aren't getting taken care of to take care of agendas elsewhere. Let me put it that way. Nowadays people have no self-control. Nowadays people live for the pleasure of the moment rather than, taking care of themselves, being disciplined. How many people live day to day for pleasure and have no discipline, no self-control? Many. We're even me, I look at myself and I'm like, I look at my phone way too much worrying about sports. I'm not dumb. I know that sports are merely, they're a distraction. I like them. It's where my brain can go on autopilot. As far as football, it's the only sport I pay attention to, truthfully, but it's a distraction. It puts my brain on autopilot. I know this. I lack the discipline sometimes as far as looking at sports and looking at my phone as far as sports are concerned. Other things aren't so much of a problem. Like a lot of you guys are watching porn, okay? Porn will take you down that rabbit hole quicker than anything as far as lacking complete self-control, having no discipline, getting lazy. It'll make you freaking lazy. You guys need to give that up. Nothing will make you lazier and push you further away from your goals and becoming, the man you want to become than that. Now, truthfully, I haven't watched it in 5 years. 5 years, guys. It's one of those things that it completely drains your energy, makes you undisciplined, lazy, all that kind of stuff. You got to give that up. Video games, for a lot of you guys, it's the same thing. We all have it. Like I said, mine is football. And, it's one of those things I've gotten better about, but I'm still aware I need to work on it. But we all have these things that we're just wasting our time on that aren't making us any better. They're killing our self-control. They're making us lazy. Technology makes us lazy as far as that. We need to sharpen up. We need to lift weights. We need to run. We need to get in shape. We need to learn how to be self-sufficient. We need to learn skills. I'm no better than anyone else. I still have plenty of skills I need to learn. A lot of you guys could shoot better than me. A lot of you guys could raise yourself out in the woods better than me on, self-sufficiency and all that kind of stuff. That's all stuff I want to learn, though. That's all stuff I want to get better at. I've got the physical part down. I've got pretty good strength for where I'm at. I've got pretty good endurance. And that's the thing. I'm not necessarily great at any one pursuit. I'm not tremendously strong anymore, or I'm not the fastest guy out there. But you put it all together, and that makes a pretty elite package. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I think we should all strive for. We got to take care of ourselves before we can take care of the rest of the world. But I also think it's our duty where we need to stand up for our beliefs. And this is, again, I've been watching a lot of his stuff. Like Chad Wright said, he's like, you're doing everybody a disservice when you just keep, what is right to yourself. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing everybody a disservice. It's where people say, oh, I don't talk about politics or whatever. It's like, if there's things going on that are sketchy, that aren't good, and we see it all and we just ignore it and let it happen, what are we really doing? It's time, people are starting to stand up. They're starting to stand up to what they're seeing that's not clicking. They're starting to make sense of things. They're starting to dig. I mean, I've really started to dig more and more into certain things, and the realities are interesting. And we got to do this. We have to put it out there. I do think the only way, to go is to come to God. But that doesn't mean we still shouldn't take care of things here on earth. I'm not just going to be like, okay, I believe in Jesus. I give my life to the Lord, and I'm just going to sit here and let things happen. No, I'm going to start taking initiative. That's why I feel like I've been called to get this message out there. I've been called to get you guys motivated to get after it. Disciplined. Become disciplined individuals. Become better. That's what we need to do. We need to become men. The society is pushing us further away from becoming men. But you can do it all. And it starts with the physical. You can be in shape. You can be strong. You can have the whole package. Because the buck's going to stop with us. This is our generation. We need to get after it. I know there's a lot of different demographics that watch this channel as far as ages is concerned, but we need to get after it. So I feel like I've been called to deliver this message, and we just got to keep pushing ourselves, and that's what I'm trying to do every day. That's what this comes down to. So there's some big stuff coming next year as far as what I have planned. I've said this. I've alluded to it. I'm going to keep training. I'm going to keep training hard. But it's time to wake up. It's time to let your voice be heard. I truly believe that.